An island that's stuck in the past. That's the feeling people like Abel Mesa have had about Cuba for many years. He's a cook in Havana and has stopped believing in the government's so-called reforms.
If there's no radical change in the system, there's no way out. There has to be a different way of thinking. If not, then I'll have to see how I escape this place. I've been a cook for 10 years, and because of the pandemic, we have no work.
Social reforms over the past decade, including the expansion of internet access, have strengthened Cuban civil society. And many are now daring to speak out. Small protests have cropped up despite tight control by authorities. Cuba is in the middle of an economic crisis, both because of the pandemic that's hurt tourism, but also continuing and crippling US sanctions. This week, the government announced it is loosening a decades-old ban on slaughter of cattle and sale of beef and dairy. Ranchers will be allowed to do as they wish with their livestock after meeting state quotas. Luis Arturo Perez says this will allow him to increase productivity.
For 60 years, we did not have the right to eat an animal. However, as long as I comply with the regulations that are now being imposed on me by the state, this opens up an opportunity. It will also enhance and increase the production of cattle in the country.
But economists say much more needs to happen for the country to get on the road to recovery.
The measures need to have a big impact, and they need to happen now to help develop the country, put an end to bureaucracy. I believe the new measures can be implemented, and Vietnam is an example of what we could become. It's a country that has a Communist Party leading and has one of the fastest growing economies in the world. You have to enter the world market and reform the economy.
People like Abel Mesa believe only political change can bring about radical reforms. And that's why he continues to look for a future outside the island, where he believes he'll be able to fulfill the dreams he says he's denied at home. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera.